Alright, hey, what is up everyone? It's Awkward Toast here, and welcome to personally one of my favorite games. It's an indie game called The Beginner's Guide. So I started playing a little, so please forgive me. Let me go ahead and turn on the audio too, because the game is pretty loud. I have captions on for my deaf viewers. So, I didn't really get much into it as of now. I just, viewed Coda's very first game, so brief run through about this game. It's a game about this guy who wants to reach his friend named Coda, which he met back in 2008, 2009. And all of a sudden, Coda stops making games, and Davey Wreden, I think, is the person who made this. Who wants to try to connect with Coda by putting together all of his games into a game, or the Beginner's Guide, and to inspire Coda to start making games again. And so far I'm in chapter 1. This is Coda's first proper game, where it's in a space station and all that. But yeah, okay, let's continue.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could
Who's talking?
That beam is powering a whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature.
Great heat signature. It already looks hot enough.
Your body could stop the beam. It's
Uh,
much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Would you give yourself?
what if I just tear down the door and just place it over the beam? Would that work? Do I wanna? I don't know, man. This looks a little sketchy. I mean, these pixelated beams. You can never trust them. I think I'm trapped in here. Oh, okay. Let's walk in.
This is not a branching point. Unfortunately, the only option is to step into the beam.
Fine. Whatever you say, David Wreden.
Let me pause here for a second.
Alright.
What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what
Someone's playing
happens
Counter-Strike.
instead.
Ignore that. Okay, so am I supposed to walk into the thing again? What? Ah, I think we're here now. Labyrinth was so simple. You can see the bottom of the
The
universe.
beam causes you to start floating.
Ah,
And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you
turn
feel
up
in
my
the
mouse
face of
sensitivity.
this larger chaotic system.
I have a small mouse.
Or
Fine.
this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of
There's
the hysteria
nothing-
that
I
you
mean,
just had to traverse. I don't
there
even
wasn't
know.
a great
I have
floor
no
to
idea
be
what he was
peaceful.
thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look
Oh,
at the first game
can
he
see the
made
edges.
after leaving this one behind.
Alright. November 2008, so... Oh. I remember hearing about this one. Yeah, you can only walk backwards.
In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Okay, the past was behind her. I'm gonna be honest, I do know quite a good amount about the Beginner's Guide. I have seen people play it before. I haven't watched all of it, so there are stuff I haven't seen yet. Oh god.
So it's a
Oh
short
Jesus.
and relatively
But the future
minimalist
cannot be soon.
experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game,
Why
but
does the
actually
future
it seems to be
keep
more
changing?
focused, more complete.
What if I
Coda's
go all the way
trying
back
to give
here?
it a unique voice rather than simply basing
That's
it on a
nothing.
pre-existing trope.
So why does the future keep on changing? Oh, what's down there? Okay. When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. Is there something behind? No. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength? What? To confront it? I see what you
It's a
did
short
there.
little thought. It says what it wants to say. and
Wow,
then it ends.
actually.
Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Remember 2000? Oh Jesus. This looks like no bueno. Slendy! You are now entering. Not liking it. I know it's not a horror game, so that's why I'm not freaking out. Oh,
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet, please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay. December 2008. So 1 month has passed and Coda released 3 games.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
I didn't even read it. I'm so sorry. What?
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it.
Something
Once he
about
stopped
these
work on a
stairs.
game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at
wanna-
all.
I wanna
but
wait till he's done
what are you
talking.
gonna do?
Oh, yeah, also, I forgot to mention, this game's like an hour and 30 minutes long, so grab some popcorn and, yeah, go grab some snacks and popcorn, whatever you need to relax. I'll wait here. You're back, okay. So, don't worry, you didn't miss much. I'm just about to ascend up the stairs. I see something up there. I want to get to it. Why am I slowing? What?
Once you've been slowed to an
Nope, not gonna stop me.
absolute crawl, the
Damn it. I'm surprised this uses the
door at the top of the stairs
Steam
opens.
command console,
So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone,
but I think this game was
why
made with
bother
Source
opening
Engine
the door
anyways.
at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll
I
bring
just
you
press
back
enter.
up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. What if I don't press enter? Ah. Stand on X staring at a bear for 3 hours. A game where you collect, except the game automatically quits when you collect them all. That's like Doki Doki Literature Club. A stranger appears. A game of
A room
only
that's
posters and
warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
You're a gate. You're a queen dusting for your jewelry while your kingdom is destroyed. Play as a pair
Coda
floating
would
on
often
emitting
tell me
footstep
that he
noises.
didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that
Normal
he
game
knew
where you have
that
to
he was
scream to the mic
actually
every
a
15
vibrant
seconds to
and
keep playing.
compassionate person,
That'd be a great Let's
but
Play.
that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb.
I also am gonna play another game that's powerful like this. It's called That Dragon Cancer. It's a very sad game. So, yeah. Sharks are January 2009. Ready, set, fish. Just doesn't look like there's any ready, or any setting, or any fish. Just random lights. I thought those were gunshots. I was like, damn. Alright. Lever.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
I'm gonna push the lever. Dude, they've been hotboxing the fuck out of this in here. Excuse me? Aside? What? Secret? Anywhere? Wait. The door closed pretty slow. What if I... Oh, we're gonna go in the hotbox room. Oh. Well, that's a little
Don't forget
far-fetched,
that
or not
solution,
far-fetched.
because we're going to see
Jesus.
this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
Okay. Let's study this puzzle so we don't forget it. Alright, level on the other side of the door. Okay. It's a glory hole. I'm gonna be honest, that door puzzle, I've seen it before and I've seen how you complete it, but I honestly forgot. I forgot that that was like a thing, so I was like a little confused at first and I was like, oh yeah.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright,
Yep.
now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
That's a lot of walls. Whoa.
How
Dude,
about that?
Jesus.
There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs
What?
game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same. Is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything.
I want to see if I can find a
That's not
swastika
your
somewhere.
role as a player. So if your role here is
no.
not to understand, then what is it?
What? So what's the point of even making all that if no one's gonna see it? You're now exiting.
Aha. So this,
What?
combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that
There's a
the stairs
skylight
game
following
and
us.
puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game.
Okay.
There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant
I heard a
to
noise
play
over
a
there.
role in. Some larger meaning
can't
that
even
we
walk
won't
left
be
or
able to
right.
grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Okay. March of 2009. And I'm thinking about how long it's gonna take for me to upload this, and I'm a little scared. The Great and Lovely Descent. Ooh. Let's go to the house. Is it a tiny house? No, it's big. It's a regular house.
Let's talk about
Oh, no,
video
wait.
game development for a
Tables.
second.
It's a restaurant.
Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do.
Yeah.
So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Yeah, you don't have to explain it to me.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called
Oh,
Source.
Jesus.
Like all
This reminds me of
engines,
Presentable
Source
Liberty.
has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear
Whoa.
corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
So why
The
not
tools
just...
available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work
Oh,
they're going to
sorry.
end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy
Oh, okay.
corridors.
I'm not feeling good. I ate a whole pizza before I recorded this. But I guess you can jump down here. I was worried I could take fall damage, but apparently not. So where am I actually supposed to go? I'm guessing all the way down. Oh, look at me, guys. I'm playing Surf. Oh, shit. Sorry if you can hear my keys, the click-clacking. Oh god. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if I do decide to release this, because I've recorded several videos, but I don't know why I haven't released them. I've been trying to release them, but I'm just like, man, I don't know if I'm ready. But if I do end up releasing this game, I probably wouldn't have the other videos released, so I'd probably have to explain. If I do decide to post the videos and just ignore this message. But, so yeah, I'm back. And better, most likely Jesus, for good. And, yeah, I have a new computer, a whole new setup. So everything's pretty fine.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you
Hour.
go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Yeah, let's... Oh. Going back
This
down.
is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible?
Exactly.
And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
A swing. Coda has some Tim Burton-esque kind of personality here. It's getting a little weird. So I don't know. The game should be playable or not. The games usually oh god, this door.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Oh. Okay. That, open
There's
that.
still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that
Anything?
Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Oh, I just got hella tired. It's alright. We can power through. I'm still very looking forward to playing that Dragon Cancer. Seen a little bit of gameplay of it as well. It looks pretty depressing, but very powerful. Oh,
Here,
you there?
Coda begins
Oh.
using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
3. Yes, there were these floating color blocks. That's the world above. You been there? I sure have. Now this is important. Did you have to go through a puzzle with 2? Yeah, I did. What if I say no? I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I did. It was literally the last thing I did before coming up. Again, perfect. Now please tell us. How did you solve it? Tell us a solution to get to the other side. I don't remember how to solve it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Why not? Is that a furnace? Okay. So why can I not tell him the solution? 3, I guess. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. So is Coda looking for an ending? Oh, these guys again. Oh, too thick to get through the door. Hello, how did you get there? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? Oh no, we actually found the black space between the doors. Far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? I don't recall a black space between the doors. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll visit it again soon. Be sure to pay close attention. I don't know if I want to. Jesus. Excuse me. Alright, the spiral staircase is
And
it
so
infinite?
we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Guess not. More people are playing Counter-Strike. Jesus. I'm just gonna keep the notifications on. You can add them if you want. I really don't care. I feel like you should keep
It's a
their
lot
stuff
first.
private, but you know.
Okay, I
It's
can't
one of
tell
my
you quite
first
why,
videos, no
but
one's gonna see
for
it.
some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out.
How?
I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
Okay.
He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination.
Further down
We're
the
going to
road
see it
from
in the work
town-
as well. His games
the
are just going to become a
destination
lot
and the
more
towns we know.
cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with
There's
more of
a
a clear idea
throwback
behind
song, by the
them.
way.
And as we go, that idea will become clearer and clearer.
Jesus. Okay, it's gonna get clearer. This lamppost. I'm still trying to figure out what the lamppost means, because I know the lamppost is an iconic thing of the game, but I'm still trying to figure out what it means to this day. This game is connected to the internet. If you walk around, you can leave notes. Ow. All the notes you see are left by other players. Dark Souls. Hole ahead. Nice room. Not. I think it's decent, I guess.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce
How do you
this,
beat
but
this
this
game?
game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I
I'll
ever
point
played.
to this.
This was shortly after I met him at a
I
weekend
just wanna
game
wait
jam
before-
in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working
Sacramento.
on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious
Whoa.
about it and very patient with me. And I got cooled off.
Whoa,
eventually.
holy shit. Do I even want to read all of these? I'll read the majority of these. Can you guys hear me? I can hear you. Well, not hear you, but I can read. Hello. Hi.
Oh, feel free to
Reasonable.
skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for
Everyone
you.
read
Nothing
this.
extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Hey. This
Either
place makes me
way,
sad.
To me, they convey a sense of loneliness.
Yeah.
I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
I can type here. I'm a really fast reader, by the way, so I'm
But
sorry
it's
if I go
ironic,
too
isn't it,
fast.
that in playing this game and
Soon
seeing
we
how
will
alone
suffocate.
Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games
Jesus.
so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though
Stop
he was
Penguin,
inviting
let me
me
tell you the most
personally
interesting thing. I don't feel
into
like
his
waiting
world.
because...
And then I feel less lonely too.
Whoa. I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, that was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I am crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must go now do that. Now to do that. Okay. Let me read these up here and then we'll skip them. How is there wooden, glass, and concrete here? What the fuck? Balls. I want to tell you a secret. Once upon a time, I did define fun. I'm the king of the world. I think one day I would like to read all of these messages. Alright, we're gonna read messages as we go down now. What is this shit cavern? I think that's what it said. Boring. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna show you, guarantee that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. Should we look for the acorn? Personally, I don't think we got time. I can't even jump down there. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. Wait, can you not get down there? Okay. Oh, I was just a little curious. Because this game is very... Oh, that was the wrong command. Is it Skyrim? TCL? No. Refuse to believe. Butt ass butt. Need to go to the freaking bathroom. Recognize me, please. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. These ones swear they glue. Or they just glowed. A free t-shirt. Need other side door. Why you so? Door how open? Open sesame. Next game includes door cannot open door. Thanks. Oh wait. Someday I'll meet the person who made this. I hope people because of the eternal great feeling I get. In your room. Oh god. You hear the chimes to keep doing that. I feel like. Wait, what? I would like very much to be desired. So does Coda feel lonely and unappreciated for the games that he makes, or what? I'm still trying to piece together what emotion Coda is trying to convey, or what he feels, I guess. Because from seeing the beginner's guide and seeing bits and pieces of it, it seems like Coda has depression, which he might, or he might just be a different type of thinker. Like, he just might be a deep thinker who finds beauty in complex little ways that are also simple. Stop pretending we're other people. Whoa, that got hella meta. Meta, not metal. I don't even know if I'm using that right. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. It's an amazing chest ahead. Thrust.
At the end of this
Butthole.
level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of
Is that the
these
puzzle
games
down there?
represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing
What is
the
up with
door
those
on a previous
holes?
chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Okay.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Let me read these real quick. I'll try to go fast and I'll read them out loud. Does this puzzle have a solution? Oh my god, I feel like I've been here for an hour. What do I do? Help. 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 This doesn't make sense. Second door unopened. Shit, how do you solve it? Developers, answers, please.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space
I'm heading back to the start later, guys.
Before
Guys,
you
it's
move
not so
on,
bad in
you get
here.
to
No
pause.
solution. There's no second
Just for
switch.
a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go
Someone's
of the
playing
events
players
that
on the
led you here.
battleground. I need to
Step
quit
back and
Steam.
Connect the pieces together to grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
So, can I turn off the thing now? Noise. Oh, I was like, is there scampering by me? How do you leave notes? Looks like you figured that one out. What? You there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. Hang on, what the hell? May to June 2009. I need W. Porn stars die too.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. There's a well. And, obvious skybox. Can I get to the well? Gotta look at the painting. What? Oh. That's the same painting again. So marble walls. What's up there? Hup. I can't get up there.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's
Oh,
nothing
we're at the
that's
bottom of the
particularly
well.
interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
There's no furniture though. There's the same well, but what furniture ought to go in the center of the room? It's a refrigerator, because why not? That's not a refrigerator. Okay, how about along the wall of the room? Washing machine, I guess. It's not a washing machine. I think we should light this room up a bit. That's true. Tesla coils in each corner. Let's do 2. Soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. That's a lamp. Yeah, table. You need to. We already have a table. Pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. What?
There's a bit more to this one, but
Patrick,
still,
how
it's
many
not really
how many mattresses do you think
It's
there
kinda
are?
just weird
Like,
for weirdness' sake.
how did it go? I don't remember. Like 10? Wow.
So, okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. Okay. This guy will enable you to escape from any prison environment. Following the instructions carefully. Okay. First, click on this table. Okay. Good. Now go over to the photo frame, turn it slightly. Turn off the fluorite and turn it back on. Okay. I go to left side sofa and move it over a little. Finally touch the cells. That's it, and the real prison escape will now open. Return to the start and you'll be taken back to your prison. Okay? Return. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside.
What?
Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on. But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something.
What is
and he
it?
likes it. And that's it.
That was
He's
a
done.
weird
He
noise that I
stops
just made.
making prisons.
That was
This
strange.
is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Are you the prison? I can't see shit. I feel like I know what this is. Oh yeah. No, that's not creepy at all. Anything hiding over the bushes that wanna, I don't know, eat me out? No homo. What the hell was that? I think we should be fine. I saw the same exact thing happen on SpongeBob. You know what happened? They either A, got turned into babies, or B, some spooky stuff happened. I can't move my screen and I'm peeking out a window. I don't like it. Hello, who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? ... So you're trapped in this prison too.
It's a conversation. And
What?
so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows.
Isn't he technically talking to himself though?
But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
2. More people are playing Counter-Strike. Why? Was there anything about it that you felt good about? Being here sucks. True, maybe I only like things once. I don't have them anymore. I was comfortable, I knew its limits, but I knew my place. I knew its limits, I knew my place. I just knocked something off my thing, okay. 2. It was comfortable. I knew its limits, I knew my place. Is that good though? It's comfortable, but it's inhuman. I couldn't live this way. You don't need to, you just need to be patient. Having limits is way more important than you probably realize right now. You'll see what I'm talking about when you've been there a while longer. 1. Wait, if you're me, then how did you get a call from another version of me when you were trapped? Of you when you were trapped. No, I'm the first person to call back. And tell me how to get out. Maybe I can find you. Come find you. What do I have to do? Tell me how you feel. What? That will free me? How does that work? Just tell me how you feel. Okay. I feel afraid that nothing will ever change. Go on. Or not.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would. Loading, August of 2009.
So what What
I
would
swear
it
to God,
look
if I
like
record for an
Cody
hour only
wanted
to find
make
out.
a game about
Actually, if I
talking
play this
to
game for an hour only to
someone
find out
about
I'm not recording, I'm gonna cry a little. Are we gonna...
To me, this
We're gonna go find
environment is
Serana's
meant
mother?
to represent Coda's
Skyrim
puzzle,
reference.
with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
I'd rather go in here. Oh, this is the place. I think this has probably one of the best soundtracks in indie gaming history. Nah, I'm not gonna claim like that, but it is a very good soundtrack. Oh my goodness, I'm glad as all hacking that you showed up. I might have trouble and clean this house by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make you.
You'll notice
Man,
that
hands
the
make
quality
lousy
of the
hope.
art is a step up from previous games,
Yeah.
including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Sure. I'm gonna turn it up because I do like this soundtrack. That soundtrack's only like a minute long though. I don't remember what it was called. All the little details matter, that is true. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? Well, I don't enjoy it so much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems. Which I guess is about all that matters. Oh, and tidy, and that, and a tidy couch. Would you straighten out the pillows on the sofa? Yeah. Oh dear, it looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Clean the spill. Feel compared to Shelley, incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Yeah, I'll try to get by. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. No. No! No, it was stupid, sorry. Never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come and do that? It looks nasty. Last time I checked, the tub needs cleaning. How about you scrub that down as well? I need to be perfect. We're all just human. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedrooms? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Yeah, I got you, fam. That is not the bedroom. Perfect. Now how about you come and clear these dishes off the table?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
1. House cleaning is so difficult. How do you do it? Darling, let me tell you something. Your house is only as difficult to clean as you are. If you're finding the work hard, maybe you have a bit of housekeeping to do before you come to work. Ha, and here I go with another lecture. Of course I would. Don't you worry about all that nonsense. For now, just come to me with the rug in the bedroom.
I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Looks like the tub has gotten rather dirty. Mind tidying up a bit? Sure. Dot dot dot. Earlier when I said a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it take care of you. Heh. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. That is very true, actually. You take care of it and it take care of you, but I guess it's a metaphor for saying if you stay happy or be happier or something like that, and I guess it'll pay off. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it. It's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? Dot dot dot. Anyway. So. Housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, would you please clean up the books? Yeah, I got you. Thanks. Goodness, the pillows on the couch are a real mess.
I'm glad he made this.
Straighten
I'm
out.
glad he found some peace.
Dot dot dot. Question. Do
But,
you enjoy this?
Of course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
What is the dark space, though? I just got the metaphor. The puzzles, and that was just a random realization. The puzzles, the door puzzles, they're really something saying you need to close what's behind you before you can move on. I don't know if it's like that, but I just thought of it like that. So you know how you need to close the door and you can't go back, so a new path reveals, though, because
Which
on
is
the
the whole
previous
point
door
of the
you can
puzzle
open
doors,
the next
right?
one.
That sooner or later you have to pick up and move.
Yeah!
I really thought
I
that
got
was the
it.
point of it.
Oh. So maybe it's not. Items you love
This
at members
one
only
gets a
prices.
bit goofy.
Okay. Why did you come here today? There's no one else here. Does it get a better job? Does it make you... Professor! Can I go into the bathroom? No. Came here to become perfect. Become perfect! Workshop's gonna teach you how to be perfect. I'm from a different angle. I want your friends that... I mean, once your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person's a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that in your own life? Who do you know is doing so well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. The question is not how we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly. Jesus, I can't talk. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the game,
It is
the
so easy.
perspective shifts.
Being perfect is effortless. Whoa.
And you
On
play
the way where I
as
had
the
to
teacher.
start contributing to
Suddenly,
society.
you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Alright, kids, I'm gonna teach you about how to be a good boy. Doggo lessons 101. Okay. 1, this is the key. How do I achieve it with no effort? I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. Being alone must be awful. Let's do 3. Being alone must be awful. If you're torturing yourself trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. Drinking is not hurting my 3, I guess. If you're torturing yourself trying to find the right solution for your life, you're doing it right. Seek out only one thing. What is the easiest, simplest path forward? Seek out only one thing. What is... Okay, yeah. There is no truth. There is no path. If I'm not a good teacher, holy shit, you guys just coming back and look out. Do what is easiest. Do what is simplest. Feel what is true. Nothing. No one. Nothing? No one?
I felt pretty hard for this one.
Perfection.
I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To,
How?
Assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Ah, okay.
I think about this game a lot these days.
January 2010. Oh, 7 years ago. Goddamn.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex. So I remember
Oh my
I found
God,
that a
hold on.
little
I'm gonna stop
strange
here.
at the time.
Alright. I had something to say, but I totally forgot. Oh yeah, I just remembered. I would like to believe, and someone's playing Fallout 4. I would like to believe that, Code is a real person. I would like to believe that these are games that he's actually made and games that exist. I like to believe this is all a true story, which it could be. I don't know if it is or not. I like to believe that it is, but no, we just have to go back to Kino der Toten. Alright, where are the crawlers at? Where the mystery box at? The door's not even open. We need to turn on. Oh shit, that scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh! Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, he will be playing as me. We're gathering. Da-da-da. Leaning against the wall. Good. Stay right there. Woman across the room in the chair. Professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on and say something to her. Hello? Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. I just need to converse with her. Be a human being. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. I feel like that's a more human choice. I'm super scared right now. No, that's not what I want. Said her at all. Completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There was a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. These cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. I wonder. Okay. I must have worked to get where you are. I bet you learned to lean to the pain. What are some sacrifices you gotta make? 3. Wise. Happy. Wise. Successful. Focused. Anything below? No. You're messing it up all again. Everything's right. I wasn't reading. I'm sorry. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Lamppost again. You expect me to walk all the way down there. You got another thing coming. That scared me again. You expect me to walk down all the way to the stage. You're gonna have something coming. It's gonna be my fist in your mouth, Coda.
With this eerie premonition of what's going to
Weird. Let me
happen
rephrase that.
next
It's gonna be
in
my
Coda's life.
fist on your face.
The solution, social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away.
He's hiding
Which
himself
is what
away
leads
deep.
to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where
great.
it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Well, Coda was like grinding out games left and right. I mean, he managed to make those box games in a day, like a lot of them. I know they're just boxes, but I mean, it still takes a while. I'm keeping my eyes closed, actually. I'm gonna open them. Help, I'm blind. Can't see anything. What's going on? That's a door. Let's help, I'm blind. Everyone's blind except for me. Please don't let this be forever. Oh, well. What's going on?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
Please tell me how to solve this. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. What's going on? What is going on? Please, someone talk to me. Can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. I don't feel it
Like I
anymore.
said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
My hands still smell like pizza. Jesus. What's honest? I haven't been honest. Dang it. It's working. I'm alone. We're going to be okay.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Okay.
After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Still better than Call of Duty franchise. What? Oh boy. What is this? Whoa. It's a tree. Where did this island come from? Oh. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been so long since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. I am lost. Completely out of ideas. Oh no. What's happened? What's wrong? Just, oh no. What's happened? Did something change? There's a machine that kept me going and it stopped. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. Yeah. Yeah, how about it take me to it? Ugh. Jesus. I can do that, but there's a problem.
Featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations. This one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
Maybe Coda's having... Okay. I think Coda's having problems... Or I think the puzzle they're referring to is that door puzzle, because it is the only puzzle we've seen so far. I think they're having trouble... They want you to help them open the door because they don't know how to solve the puzzle, or aka, they don't know how to move forward whilst leaving the past in the past.
Because from my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated
There's a puzzle.
he was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these
Hey, I
games to
recognize
anyone,
this.
not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Okay, now what? Close the no, now I have to close the first door. Alright, what's next? 3, I just press the switch here. Ha, that was so simple.
You can't
Believe I
talk
never solved
yourself
this.
out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
I have to say that game is that you love it 100% of the time. Alright, making games is effortless. Whoa. Ah, that feels wonderful. Why did I feel so awful when I said that? Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Why did I just look up? Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Pain breezes effortlessly off me. The sacrifices me 100%. Most of my time. It always pays off, eventually. Who is crying in the background? Yes, more. Keep going.
I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this
I'm gonna
to
wait
stop.
in a second. That's it. I'm free. Is there someone in there? I don't want to get too close to the bars. Oh.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months
Like
and comes up
Fallout
with
4
a new game.
For that Dragon Cancer, I'm definitely going to turn off these notifications, so if they're getting a little annoying to look at, definitely turn it off. Okay. Guard. It's a sentry. Glad you arrived safely. You've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you want. I intend to be quiet. Very good. I'm called the press. What's something about the machine? It calls itself Coda. We get to see the machine. What will you do with it? Will it be punished? Hello, Coda.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped. Your work was keeping us alive. It was only because of your creation that any of us can make it through every day. Been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. Think carefully, I know how to hurt you. I don't think that was the right response. Oh, he does. Alright then, I will apologize to people on your behalf. My fellow Americans. My friends, not my followers. Follows me to deliver some bad news. Machine will not apologize to us. One. But it's not important. We're stronger than it thinks we are. Let us not show that we are failures. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me, we'll destroy the machine. We'll destroy the machine. The machine doesn't seem to be here. Excuse me? Gotta reload. What? That was a little lag spike. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. Isn't this what you were scared of? Exposed to the view of others
now
every
the
day,
work is
forever seen in a
becoming
naked city? I think that's
And
what I
I'll
said,
tell
I
you,
don't know.
at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is
Same,
just start
Microsoft
showing his
KMI.
work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Here's a typewriter room.
As I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, not this room. I actually really like this room. I fall through. Yeah, I can.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I
Well,
brought
I
them
done
to people
fucked up.
that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Was I supposed to fall? Coda. Cutscene too. Put down your weapon. I don't think I want to destroy Coda. Fine.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel
Let me
like
scoot my
I
chair. It's gonna be a
be
little
told that
noisy.
my work is good.
A little noisy.
That I am
My bad.
good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work,
My chair is so
there's nothing
squeaky.
that feels better.
I missed it though.
I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
I just realized we're not even, I don't think we're even halfway through this game. I don't know.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
I'm like a console
So
shut
this
off.
is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
June of 2011. The Tower. By the way, I think we're more than 50% through the game. We have been playing for a while. Because
And
I
this is
started
where I have
recording
trouble
at like
saying
3,
anything
it's already
meaningful
4,
about
yeah.
Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
It doesn't look good. It looks like that one tower from Fable 2. Little spire area, I don't remember what it's called. It's like where the place you go when you have to enlist in Lucian's army or whatever.
This room actually has a maze in it.
Do we have to do the maze? Whoa.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Yeah. So he doesn't want people to play his games? It doesn't make sense. I feel like eventually I'll come to
And
a
to be
conclusion.
fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one
Must have
used to
played Fallout 4.
actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
1 5 1 6 1 7. Oh, fuck. 7. Oh. Okay. Purple light, I like it. The walls look a little weird though. Jump down.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that. Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011.
Oh, never mind, my phone
I'm
just
playing this for the very first
done
time.
charging.
And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Maybe Coda likes bowling. And 3 dots. Yeah, I did see those a couple times. I'm still trying to figure out what that means.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw
Wow.
up?
Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Wow. Okay. I
I
wonder...
don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. You've so infected my personal space that it's
And the
possible.
people who played them, they treated me like
Ah.
I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
What? You've so infected my personal space that it's possible I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Giving them something that is not yours to give? Violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games, stop adding lampposts to them? What? So the lamppost was Davy?
And then you stopped. And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
It's about to get very powerful. Okay.
What is that?
You're gonna leave for a while? Remember, he does eventually leave. Do you simply let them be the way they are? Or what they are, actually. When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something, I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with the new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says no more about you than me. So maybe Davy was trying to save Coda, but Davy really needed saving all this time? I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you'll make peace with the thing that you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
When you finally see what I am talking about, don't say anything. Didn't like that. There's no lever.
Why I'm releasing this collection of your work.
We
Is
must
because
stay
I
in the
haven't been
fog.
able to find any other way to reach you.
Stay
I've
in
tried
the
everything.
fog. I'm telling you, I'm sorry.
So a part of me has hope that
Let's sit in the
if I
corner.
put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please. I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do.
Oh, the wall's getting
Tell me
smaller?
what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want
Yeah, they're
whatever
closing
that
in.
wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Also, I'm quickly playing Team Fortress 2. I don't even know who half these people are. I'll change their names. Epilogue. I think I said that right. I don't remember if that's how it's pronounced. Oh, this looks pretty.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. always more.
You okay there?
It's like a disease. Solution. I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons. Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Sorry, I'm not saying anything because I'm still trying to think about what like the deeper meaning of this game is. Oh, great. Loading screen question mark. Nope, spooky area. Okay. Whatever's hiding in the darkness, don't attack me. I have a belt, and I'm not afraid to hang myself from this. I don't know. I'm not afraid to hang myself from. There's nowhere to hang myself.
Other than validation. What would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Validation. I mean, validations are technically our goals, and every single one of us has goals in lives. So maybe it is impossible to avoid validation. And yes, living a life without validation would be kind of hard, because all throughout our life we seek validation. Whether it be from our friends, our family, or and loved ones. And just saying...
I think I need to go.
Okay, well, that'll give me time to talk.
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. So I'm just gonna...
Yeah? Okay. Well, that was weird. Both said okay at the same time. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so whether you seek validation from friends, family, or loved ones, life really is full of validation. You know, if you don't have the approval by one person, it might destroy you a little. But the thing is, I cannot see Coda making or needing validation from anyone, which is true because there's a little plot twist and shows that the one who really is in need of validation is Davy Reedon, or Weirden, I don't remember his name now. So yeah, that's the only input I have on this, really. Well, I feel obligated to walk through these pillars. Not these pillars, what did I say? I forgot what they were called. Honestly, cannot think. I feel like we're gonna see the tower full of stairs again. I ain't pop my bag. It's sitting at an angle. Shoot. Shoot, there's a chute. Should I jump down it? I think so. Oh, fell too far. Oh, we're going up. Davey, can you hurry this up? You know, it's fine, it's fine. What's up there? I'm really curious. There we go. Fuck your long ass fucking wait time. Oh, we're back here again. Oh, that's still hurting. I just want to look at that. Skylights? Oh god. Is that the whisper machine? I'm coming. Eh. I thought it stopped. I was like, what? It is the whisper machine. Excuse me? There's not a single cloud out there. Oh, that is so the whisper machine. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to walk into it again. Am I gonna save human race? Or am I gonna die? Oh, it seems I'm not. Oh, we're floating again. There's the bug. Where am I going? Oh. Then black screen. What the fuck? Bro, what the hell? Yo, this is fucking crazy. This spans for miles. Jesus Christ. Nothing in my eyes too, but I try not to turn fast because I know some people it kind of hurts their eyes. Yeah, that hurt my eyes right there. Look up and then down. That's hurting my eyes either way. Okay. Whatever. Imagine. I just want to know how long would that take for R. I don't know if you guys can hear me. This project would not have been possible without the following individuals: Jesus Figueres, Lydia Nelson, Jack Parsons, Andreas Horgensen, Matthew Bright, Ryan Roth, whatever. Turn Back. Written by Helena Herron, performed by Helena Herron and Ryan Roth. Oh, did we finish the game? Additional thanks. Felix Kramer, Gabriel Brahman, Rusty Moyer. I don't know. Maher. I feel like there's going to be a really powerful message at the end of this. Or like an actual picture of Coda, that'd be cool. I remember that song being longer, because I have heard that song before. Nope. That was the end. Really? Nothing? Gamepad? No. Keyboard? No. No, everything's fine. Anything? No. Audio? Narration? And I could turn off narration? What would that do for the game? Chapter select. There's 17 chapters. Okay. Wow. That was the beginner's guide. If you want to play this is, I believe, $10 to $20 on Steam. But it's very worth it. Even fun to play with yourself. Like, I knew mostly what was going to happen for the beginner's guide. There was some parts that I totally forgot about what happened, because I have seen this game before. I know that I said I've seen like very little parts of this game, which is technically true, but I've watched people play this game before. I've seen a full gameplay through with it, but I remember I never actually got pretty far because I always fell asleep, because the videos that people make are usually an hour long, and I'm pretty sure this is an hour long. If you're curious about the first chapter, it was just explaining Coda's it was explaining Coda learning the basics of a 3D world by making a Counter-Strike map, which was full of stuff that didn't belong there, only to remind the person that this game was created by an actual human. So, next game we're going to play is going to be That Dragon Cancer. I'm probably going to film this right after, because I can still go for a while. I don't remember what button it was to turn off my recording. Oh, God. So, yeah. I don't really have any much else to say. So be sure to like and subscribe. And be sure to watch out for that Dragon Cancer video. Should be up like exactly after this. Should be my next video. But I hope you all have a wonderful day, and peace.